What's up, Rebels? Doug here. Beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. Sunday walk and talk. Rolling through the hood. Got my yard work all done. About to start doing meal prep. Rolling today. It's only 4:30. Already got all this shit done. This guy in this loud ass truck killing my video. So, what is going on? Boy, have I got something to talk about. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes. As usual, we'll talk gym stuff and training stuff. My training is going pretty good. I'm happy. I spent this week doing a little bit heavier work on 28th. So super happy about that. It's coming along. Feel good. Getting stronger. Feeling better. I'm happy. Rolling on my 10 rep squat program, which I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. It's just difficult. 10 reps just sucks ass and it leaves you super sore. So that's rolling. My only drawback from training this week is I went really hard on Monday and Tuesday and it just wrecked me. I mean, it wrecked me for like the whole rest of the fucking week. So I think I've definitely got to start taking a look at my intensity and my percentages that I'm going on Monday and Tuesday, because it was just way too much. I literally could barely work out on Wednesday. I tried and my workout did not go very well. On Thursday, I actually took the day off, which is extremely rare for me and is mentally very difficult for me to do. I feel guilty. I'm not even gonna get into the psychology of it because it's a whole other conversation, all right? Let's just say your boy's not right in the head. So anyways, yeah, so Wednesday went rough. Thursday I didn't do anything. Friday went okay. Put in a good set, 10-minute slow long cycle on 22s, so happy about that. Decent snatch set on Saturday, but you know, I went through and did some GPP and some O lifting that I kind of skipped out on Thursday, so I was pretty well spent on Saturday. So fairly short workout, nothing crazy. Swing snatch on 26 kilo, which went good. I'm happy with it, but you know, I could have gone a tiny bit faster if I was a little fresher. Anyways, so that's my training. My training is going pretty good. Lindsay's training is actually getting much better, and she's feeling good and feeling strong. So what do you think she did? She registered for a meet. She actually registered for 2 meets. And her big news, I'm sure more people will be hearing about it soon. She'll be doing equipped lifting later this year. So super stoked about her rolling into that. Our team, we got a few people registered for some meets later this summer and into the fall. We are continuing on preparations for, now we have a name for it, Charlotte Strength Fest, and you can check that out, charlottestrengthfest.com. This will be a huge event for Charlotte. Working on trying to make it really cool. So a lot of work to be done on that, and we are working on it. So rolling on that, and let me see what else. Business wise, I have a very large project in the works on the screen printing side with a very well-known brand. I have a non-disclosure agreement, so I legally cannot ever talk about it. But let's just say it will be very, very successful for both parties. So I'm super excited about that. We're still rolling on our other project for the gym, that we are in a partnership with another gym with, and that nobody will know about the details of that until, oh Lord, God, sometime later this year, August, September probably, maybe October. Once word gets out on that, my name and the gym name will be spread far and wide through the US and the fitness community, and a whole other group of people that if I said who the group was, then you'd start putting two and two together. But let's just say that project is still rolling. It's the one that I keep talking about and I keep saying, you know, we'll hear about it. It's secret, but you'll hear about it at some point. You will hear about it at some point, I promise. So some really cool training stuff going there. I am doing a lot more promotion through the website and through social media and through the blog. I'm going to get back to, I've decided to really devote a little bit more time and effort to writing some more articles. Unfortunately, the downside to writing articles is that frequently my articles are not just informative, but they're also opinion-based. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and not everybody wants to see it or hear it. So, you know, I wrote an article this week about the state of fitness in 2019, and how much of it is it's just fucking fake. Just fake lifters, and crazy to say it, fake weights, fake gyms, fake organizations, fake fitness experts, you name it. There's just a lot of fake shit going on in the fitness world, and it's just really annoying. And the other part of the fitness world that is bothering me is what I call the Mick Fit world. And this is, you know, if you go back into the 80s and the 90s, this goes back into martial arts, when, you know, martial arts became like cool. And if you were a black belt and you owned a karate school, you were cool. So, you know, the more students you had, the cooler you were, and obviously the more money you made. So this term got coined, and it's McDojo. So it's like McDonald's, and you just churn out black belt after black belt after black belt, because, you know, you can charge more because you have more students and you have more everything, really. So the term McDojo was coined back then, and I'm gonna continue using that term, but now it's in the fitness world, and that Mick Fit franchise bullshit. And that's what we're contending with, is, you know, somebody with $10, $15, $20,000 and very, very little to no fitness experience can just go out and buy a franchise, some fitness franchise, and tap into their billion-dollar marketing budget and, you know, just dominate and also crowd the marketplace in fitness. And it just pisses me off because, you know, mind you, these aren't even the clients that I want in my gym, but they're crowding the marketplace, and it waters it down. It waters down fitness, where, you know, people are not actually getting stronger or getting faster. They're just sweating for an hour, and, you know, they think that this is okay. They think it's okay because the people that are running these Mick Fit franchises are perpetuating, these bullshit theories on exercise and just making shit up. And it's not based on science. It's not based on research. They haven't spent years testing out different programs. They buy a franchise, they open up, bang, they're in business and they're successful. And they get to tell all of their friends and all of social media that they own a gym. Yeah, you don't own a fucking gym. You own a Dunkin' Donuts. That's like a Dunkin' Donuts saying that they own an artisan bakery, which we all know is bullshit. You make donuts, they come out of a machine, and that's it. So that's if you guys want to check that article out, you can go over to the website, prideconditioning.com, and check the blog. It's on there. So that brings me to my next topic. I could talk about the Mick Fit thing forever, and I'm not going to. So next topic is what I'm calling the Rubiks Cube Champion. So this past weekend, we saw two people in two different sports claiming world record status. So I'm going to give you an analogy, and I didn't come up with this. I read it on someone else's Instagram, and they were talking about this guy who claims he has the world record squat, and his squat was shit. It was garbage. It clearly not to depth, but the judges at the event gave him 3 white lights, and he says the judges say it was good, and therefore it was good. Well, we know that that's bullshit. So this happens also in other sports. We've seen it, in gymnastics. We've seen it in ice skating. It's hard to do this when it's a yes or a no. So, when Michael Phelps swims, 100 meter, 200 meter, if he does it in 30 seconds, he does it in 30 seconds. End of story. You can't really deny or, argue whether or not he did it. But when there's a judge involved, gymnastics, powerlifting, kettlebell sport, and the judge is saying, yes, your rep was good, yes, your lift was good, or no, it was not, then this is where human error comes into play. Egos come into play, the quality of the judging comes into play. There's a lot of other things that come into it. So the Rubiks Cube, what this is talking about, this is the analogy. So let's say you go to a Rubiks Cube contest where, people have to solve a Rubiks Cube. And someone does it, and the world record is 30 seconds. We all know, we've seen people do it faster, but whatever. Say the world record is 30 seconds. Someone solves it in 28 seconds, but there is one block on the cube that is out of place. It is not in line, and the Rubik's Cube is not actually solved. But the person says it is, puts it down, and then a judge also says it is solved. So because a judge said that it was solved, and because the person solving it says that it was solved, and then the person, the athlete, Rubik's Cube is not an athlete, that's not a sport, but whatever. The athlete then goes on to say, well, a judge said that it was good. Here's the problem. Are you really gonna say that out of the 81 squares on a Rubik's Cube, one of them was out of place? So out of the 81, 80 of them are correct. But you're now gonna say, well, the judge said that it was good, so therefore it's good, knowing damn well that only 80 squares weren't in order and one square was out of order. Are you really gonna tell me that that's okay? You're really gonna tell me that just because a judge was there and a judge said it was okay, that means it's okay? We all know that you missed that last square. And that's all there is to it. So that's the Rubiks Cube champion. The Rubiks Cube champion, they got 81 squares and one of them was out of place, but still claims to be a world champion. Now, let's take that one step further. Let's say that that Rubiks Cube competition was in that person's hometown and they didn't have to travel. On top of that, let's say that the judging organization, the governing body, was a local governing body, not a worldwide governing body. And let's go on to say that your judge was someone that you personally know and have spent time with. And let's go on to say that that was not an international world championship. So you have a local meet that the athlete didn't have to travel for. You have a local organization that is not hosting a world championship. There are no international athletes at the competition. You have a possibly unqualified or, let's say, sympathetic judge. And you have one block on the Rubiks Cube that is out of place. Are you really a world champion? Did you really set a world record? Now, if you count all of those things together, are you really gonna tell me that you set a world record? You really gonna tell me you're a world champion? I don't know about that. You know, I'll let you guys be the judge of it. And like I said, this isn't directed at one particular person. We've seen this now in 3 different sports that we have been involved with and we've had athletes compete in. So, you know, this isn't just one person, this isn't one organization, this isn't one thing in particular. This is just the culmination of several things that we've seen happen. So don't take this personally, all right? And don't get all bent out of shape. You can try and argue me, but you know that I'm right. So that's your Sunday walk and talk. Think about the Rubiks Cube champion and think about what that means for the sport and the athlete and the organization and all the other people that are involved with that sport and everything else. So think about that. And if you got anything to say, comment, man. Go ahead, hit me up. I'm always up for a conversation. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Peace.